kind of, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what rat race was. I was just using it.
Yeah.
But
no, I think that's
what
it is. No, it is like that, but it's just like having, or to me at least, having everyone else in your peripheral view, doing things and like having what they're doing, kind of like putting an impact on what you're doing, at least mentally. You know, like you feel like they're doing, or you think they're doing something cool, and you're like, all right, I want to do something cool too.
Right.
Or it's like they're doing what they like, I want to do something that I like too.
Okay.
You know, things like that. So, I felt that's what the rat race was. You know, not only is it like, you know, actually trying to just like survive in America, but it's also like, even it's not gonna sound right, but like beating other people, you know, in it.
But it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It is, and I feel like I don't know, I feel like I had this weird skewered vision or understanding, and I'm using the word understanding very loosely right now because I don't know what other words to touch on, but I feel like I don't like the idea of, I have to beat somebody else to get the job or whatever the case is. But the bottom line is that's how human beings survive. That's our nature. Like
looking at the competition,
right? Like a lion's, you know, competition or a lion's race is, you know, I gotta get this deer or whatever
because I got 10 mouths to feed.
Yeah, like I have to go eat something else. Now, whether I like doing it or not is a whole other story. Right. Like I feel like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's scientists that have studied a lion's brain and know that they don't have like the capacity to think the way a human being does. And to be quite honest, I think sometimes that gets in the way of our decision making process.
Yeah, for sure.
Like sometimes we don't want to attack what we want because we put all these other
these like outside factors.
Yeah, outside factors in, you know, and that could, you could take it how you want it. You could honestly, you know, take that with anything. You could honestly say like the reason why I don't follow my dreams is because instead of just being like I'm gonna follow them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I used to have this weird concept where it's just like I don't want to be in the rat race. And then I always was conflicted with the fact that America is what it is because of a rat race. So I'm always in that weird position. Like, so I never, like as I get older, now I don't think of it so much as a rat race as I do as this is just
regular.
This is just what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in my like perfect world, and I know a lot of people won't agree with this. In my perfect world, there are no jobs. And when I say that, I mean like I don't mean like there are no jobs. Like there's no garbage men or there's no doctors or whatever. When I say that, I guess I mean there's no need to have a job. And if you want one, you go out there and get one. Right. But I also understand this. As I get older, it's just I move further and further away from that because it's just never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because look, let's be honest, right? Every single job that someone does on, like, just take America. I don't want to really focus on other countries because I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah.
But every single job that's going on in America is not a needed job. It's a job that's just there, and it adds to what makes America a really great country, but it's not a necessary job in order to keep the country afloat necessarily, or it's not necessarily, but it keeps that person's probably life afloat. Like maybe that's their only source of income or whatever the case is. However, let's say they didn't have that job and they just decided, you know what, I'm not getting anywhere with this. I'm just going to go do whatever I want to actually do.
Yeah.
If they spent the same amount of energy, as far as what it takes to go do that job and put it into whatever they really want to do, there's a really good chance they would be successful at it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, there's a really good chance they would be successful at it. One, and not only would they be successful at it, like they guarantee they will definitely be successful at it. The only issue is that all those other factors start coming in, and it's just like, all right, well,
I just had a kid.
I just had a kid.
Yeah.
I just got married.
Yeah.
I
have loans.
I have loans.
Yeah, man.
I have these bills to pay.
Yeah.
And then you never follow them because of all those other outside factors, and you're just like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to. Those dreams are gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
And those dreams, those just,
and you watch everyone else do them.
You watch other people do them.
Yeah. Everyone else just kill it, and then you just like, damn, that's really cool. I wish I had done that when I was their age. I wish I started doing that when I was their age. And then you go into your 9 to 5. It sucks, man.
But we can't ignore the fact that we need 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
Look, I don't care how, I don't know if it's, look, I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't know if it's that we need 9 to 5s or if that the establishment, whoever they may be, if they're out there, because as I get older, there's no such thing as the establishment, really. That's how I look at it as I get older.
Well, I think the establishment isn't I don't think it's a group of people anymore.
Okay.
It's like a new theory that I'm working on, but I swear it's just capitalism. That's it. It's only like whoever set up capitalism, like they hella knew what they were doing because they set something up that'll just by itself just promote what they want. Like just itself it'll like self-evolve.
But it absolutely. But that's the thing why, like we might disagree on this. To me, capitalism is what sets this country apart from other countries.
Yeah, it's literally the American dream,
and it boils down to that one word, dream.
Yeah,
You got this is how I look at it now. Like before, I used to look at it completely different. I used to be like, capitalism is bad. You know what I mean? I really used to look at capitalism as a terrible, terrible, awful thing. Always. But as I get older, I'm like, if you fill any country with enough dreamers, you're gonna get a certain percent of dreamers who achieve their dream.
Yeah.
The thing is that dream is so big. Depending on who's behind it, depending on the dreamer, their big ass dream could now feed 10 other people, unfortunately. And that's what capitalism is. You can't have a dope, like I think the older I get, the more I think America's dope just because it's founded on capitalism.
Right. And the thing is, like, even if like you're right, it's definitely ideal for America and it works perfectly because even if you don't have a dream, if you work hard, right, you still have a place. You can still do something. You can still quote unquote make it. You can still make it. And that's the thing. It's really just like it's those three things, and the combination of any two will like set you on fire. Just doing like half of one, you'll be able to like survive.
It's not the same.
I didn't say. I said the combination of any two, but I didn't say the three. It's like having a dream, hard work, and talent. Okay, those are like the three. So like any combination of two, and you're just like.
That's a good point.
Killing it.
That's a really good point.
And just like having half of one, just like having half of some talent.
Right.
You'll find a place somewhere. Doing half hard work. You might be living paycheck to paycheck, but you'll be surviving. It's not ideal. It's not. Yeah. But what it's meant to do is light that fire under you and just be like, all right, let me do something else. Let me find something else. Or let me 100% this. Yeah. That's what capitalism really is.
That's a really good point because. The scary thing, like I don't think people really. And when I say people, I'm pretty sure there's millions of people who understand exactly like what we're talking about. But I feel like there's a lot of people who don't. You can literally have. Let's say you just have talent. Let's say you have like an exorbitant amount of talent. I don't know if that's the right word. let's say you have a ridiculous amount of talent. Yeah. If you mix your whole shitload of talent with like a little tiny bit of hard work, you can make it in America.
You're out of here so far.
If you let's say you have a little tiny bit of talent. Let's say you're not the most talented person in the world, but you have a whole bunch of hard work ethic. You can make it in America.
Yeah. You got a dream and a little bit of talent.
If you have a dream, a little bit of talent, and a lot of hard work, it's Yeah.
And the combination of once you have all three, then you just get haters. Cause you're you're already working hard. People are already seeing that.
I feel like when you get that 3, like you just said, I honestly feel like when you get that 3, you get someone who's bigger than life, which is, in my opinion, a lot of people might disagree. You're gonna get a Michael Jackson. Yeah. You're gonna get a Michael Jordan. Yeah. You're gonna get a Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
If you have those,
you get a LeBron James.
You're gonna get a LeBron James. You're gonna get a Jay-Z. Yeah. You're gonna get something that the rest of the world. You're gonna get Neo.
The world. Yeah.
You're gonna get someone You're gonna get Neo from the Matrix. Yeah. And everyone is just gonna have to look and just. You can't hate on this person because they have all 3 in their hand, because it's not necessarily. I don't necessarily want to just. They were born in a certain set of circumstances that leave them.
That's me. I'm about to put my phone on like silent.
Yeah,
silent.
Me too. Just because they have those 3 going for them, it doesn't mean to hate. It just your best bet. Your best bet is to try to just take out a little bit of what they got. Really. Look, if you hate LeBron James, don't hate LeBron James. Just say. Go find interviews of LeBron James saying how much he practices, and just try to just emulate 10% of how much he practices. I guarantee.
Or take the ethic, right? Like take something he says like as a lesson. Mm-hmm. You know, like I don't know which basketball player said it, but it was just like that. I think it was Jordan actually. The first in, last out mentality.
Yeah,
that's insane. Like. That whole ideal that you just work hard all day and eventually you'll see the results is just like that's all you really need. Yep. And you have to look at them and like realize that mentality is what put them where they're at. Yep. You know.
And you have you know what? I agree with that 100%. Another thing I want to tell, like, if anyone ever does see this video, I want people to really understand. Dreams, okay? Because I didn't realize this when I was younger, and I kept on running into walls. And I'm not blaming anybody. I take 100% responsibility for it. But dreams, and when I say I'm talking about what you want to do with your life, you need to protect those dreams as if like they were. Like your baby sister or your baby brother or something very close to you. Yeah. Because when you tell people your dreams, like what you want to do with your life, they literally treat it no different as like a dream you had like while you were asleep. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, like if anyone watching this video, I know anyone who's ever told someone a dream that they've had like when they were sleeping, you know the person is not paying attention.
Like, no offense, but it's just like sometimes you're just like, I have this crazy dream or something like, really?
Yeah. What? No way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's what's gonna happen, and I don't blame anyone for that. Like, I don't blame the person who's listening to the person tell the dream I don't blame them for not being interested because it sounds like mumbo jumbo a lot of times. Like, I had a dream last night and there was a unicorn and I woke up all of a sudden, but I thought I woke up, but I didn't really wake up and. Like, that, I don't blame someone for not being interested in that. Yeah. The thing that sucks is that people treat your actual dreams the same way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, people, like, you could tell someone, I have this idea and I really think it's going to get such and such and it's going to bring this amount of money in or whatever. Mm-hmm. And someone will literally be across from you and be like, dope.
That's cool. So what do you eat for breakfast?
Yeah, like, they're not... So I would say like
I know someone who does that too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say protect your dreams the same way you protect, like, you know, a family member or, you know, a piece of gold you found in a river or something. I don't know. Just protect them because, and be selective with who you tell your dreams to. Like, because there's some people out there, either they hate on dreams or they just don't care, and it might make you feel not so confident.
Yeah.
About the dream, and then you're just kind of just like, you know what, maybe it was dumb.
Right.
Like, maybe I was stupid.
Yo, this one person I told I'm not interested. Everyone else in the world feels the same way.
Yeah, like whatever that was that I just experienced with this person, like the experience of them not caring, I don't want to go through that 1,000 more times with random people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something I've learned over time. It was a sucky lesson to learn, kind of, but it was a good one. But you really have to, you just gotta protect those shits like it's nobody's business. But more or less, that's, to me, if you follow that along with those other
working harder and like having some talent, it's even if it's like a little bit, even if like you could do something like kind of well, right, or you at least do it at above average, a little bit of hard work will make that, it'll carry that even further, you know.
Yeah,
and that's all it's about.